The worst decision John F. Kennedy ever made, worse than authorizing the Bay of Pigs invasion, was not intervening and preventing the assassination, the coup against Ngo Dinh Diem and his brother Ngo, November 1, 1963. So there's a lot of pressure on Diem. They can't deal with him because he won't do what the Americans tell him to do. He is the world's worst puppet in that sense. Henry Cabot Lodge, our ambassador in Saigon, hates him, and Lodge becomes a proponent of a coup. The generals, the Vietnamese generals in Saigon have been pushing this for a long time because they can't deal with him either.
And there's no serious pushback from the U.S. Indeed, many officials are saying, yes, we will not try to stop you.
There's a coup. Within 24 hours, the two Ngo brothers are found in the back of a van with bullets in their heads, and a picture circulates all over the world. Kennedy thinks, geez, a coup, and now well, what happens is total chaos.
Monday, November 4th, 1963. Over the weekend, the coup in Saigon took place. Culminated 3 months of conversation about a coup, conversation which divided the government here and in Saigon. I feel that we must bear a good deal of responsibility for it, beginning with our cable of early August, in which we suggested the coup. Period, in my judgment, that wire was badly drafted. It should never have been sent on a Saturday. I should not have given my consent to it without a roundtable conference in which McNamara and Taylor could have presented their views. While we did redress that balance in later wires, that first wire encouraged Lodge along a course to which he was, in any case, inclined. I was shocked by the death of Diem and Ngo. I'd met Diem with Justice Douglas many years ago. He was an extraordinary character, while he became increasingly difficult in the last months. Nevertheless, over a 10-year period, he'd held his country together, maintained its independence under very adverse conditions. The way he was killed made it particularly abhorrent. The question now is whether the generals can stay together and build a stable government, or whether Saigon will turn on public opinion in Saigon, the intellectuals, students, etc., will turn on this government as repressive and undemocratic in the not-too-distant future.
He forgot to ask the fundamental question. If you don't like the guy who's in charge and you get rid of him, what happens next? A historian named Howard Jones has written a book about this called The Death of a Generation. And it has to do with that event leading to chaos, leading Lyndon Johnson to try to deal with the chaos by military means, and the deaths of tens of thousands of Americans and millions of Vietnamese. You can't trace it all to the coup, but that was a case of President John F. Kennedy acting irresponsibly. The government was in a state of sort of decisional meltdown, and he allowed it to happen.